Hey guys, welcome back, and we've got a bit of Disney news to go over, so let's just kind of go through it pretty briefly here. I don't think we need to drag it out too long, but if you didn't already hear, Sean Bailey, who was the production president at Disney, is out. Being replaced now stepping into his role essentially is David Greenbaum, and they're creating a new role for David, which is essentially the live action director, president of live action is what they're going to call it. So if you didn't know who he was, Sean Bailey, as the production president, was basically in charge of all of Disney's live-action films. So that includes things like Alice in Wonderland, Maleficent, Jungle Book, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and a lot of those actually made Disney money. But unfortunately, things like Haunted Mansion, which lost a ton of money, Little Mermaid, which didn't really make any money, it kind of broke even, those cost Disney quite a bit. Personally, I don't know who actually went to the theater and saw Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King. I don't get it. I don't understand this obsession with making every freaking animated film a live action. It's never as good. The actors aren't as good. It doesn't work with real people. The animation is just so magical on its own that I don't know why you'd bother making it live action. But again, it's just a soulless cash grab. It's just them trying to milk every last bit that they possibly can out of their original, their IPs, the things that they became famous for. Disney was famous for its animation. And unfortunately now we're just kind of seeing, negative returns from everything that they're doing because they're churning out content rather than actually creating stuff that's beautiful and breathtaking and creative. All right, so a bit of a shakeup there at Disney. Now we're seeing rumors over at Lucasfilm. Again, remember, Lucasfilm, owned by Disney, cost billions of dollars to purchase, that Pedro Pascal, who was playing the Mandalorian, is possibly out completely. So, if you didn't hear before, they're talking about making a Mandalorian and Grogu movie instead of going straight into season 4 of The Mandalorian. And season 3 ended with basically Pedro Pascal kind of getting cucked in his own show. It focused way more on Bo-Katan, on Katie Sackhoff. He spent the entire third season not actually even in the suit. They paid a different actor to be in the suit, and he did the voice lines, so he wouldn't have... Basically, behind the scenes, Pedro Pascal, it's rumored that he didn't even like wearing the helmet. He didn't want to wear the helmet. He wanted to have his face showing. Why they got him for this role, I don't understand. It literally could have been anybody else on the planet because he wears the helmet. He has a very monotone voice in the role. That's it. You don't have to be an amazing actor. They could have gotten a stuntman to do that. So now they're saying for this movie, it's possible that they won't even have Pedro Pascal continue the role, that they will just replace him with somebody else. I imagine that it's possible the movie won't even have Din Djarin in the role. What if they swap it and have Katie Sackhoff's Bo-Katan take over the role of the Mandalorian in a movie going forward? That would not shock me one bit. Then bigger news today, bigger than this, Brie Larson could be done completely as Captain Marvel. And this is huge because you got to remember, Marvel, also owned by Disney, this is why this is all connected. Captain Marvel was the tentpole, kind of what they've been planning on building the new Avengers squad around moving forward. Her, Miss Marvel, the young, diverse, strong, empowered Whammon cast. Don't forget Echo and the girl that's replacing, what's his face? The guy with the bow and arrow. Oh, I'll remember in a minute. Long story short, they're just trying to build a new team of younger, more diverse, more ethnically and gender fluid Avengers that they can then, have for the modern audience moving forward. Well, we just had recently the SAG Awards and crap and all this wonderful garbage where these guys pat each other on the back and basically tell each other how amazing they are. And at the SAG Awards, they caught up with Brie Larson, and these two were talking to her about Barbra Streisand and fashion and the usual cringe stuff. But at the end of the interview, about 3 minutes of an interview, they actually asked her about Marvel, and it's so funny because I'm going to play the clip in a second. They ask her the question, she answers, and the interview's immediately done. I kind of feel like somebody gave the sign and said, yeah, no more questions. So just listen to this.
That's quite
just
good.
knowing which is which.
Can you tell us a little bit about Marvel and what's coming up for you, your next Marvel project?
I don't have anything to say about that.
Done. That's it. I don't have anything to say about that. Now, that could be, I haven't talked to anybody, we still have to figure out where we're going moving forward, blah, 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 fine. But if you remember, the Captain Marvel movie made $1 billion. It made $1 billion because me and a lot of other idiots, my wife and I, we went and saw it 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock showing, and then went and turned around and saw Endgame 2 hours later. Like, we saw them back to back in one night. We figured we needed to see Captain Marvel before we saw Endgame. We got done and we're like, why the heck did we waste our time watching that movie? A lot of people did that. That's why the first movie made $1 billion. The Marvels did not have great marketing. The posters were cringe. The trailers got ratioed. Nobody liked the trailers. And nobody went and saw the movie. So it lost hundreds of millions of dollars. This is not a character and a person. And again, I don't fault Brie Larson if she's not somebody that really was excited about being a superhero, and if she doesn't take criticism well. I get that. She might not be used to the fact that Marvel fans, that comic book fans who have watched the Marvel movies, or people who are just generally Hollywood fans, are very critical of the things they consume, and that's okay. You're allowed to critique the things that you purchase and pay for and that you consume. That's part of being a consumer, is if you're paying for something, you're allowed to critique it. And I just don't think she has the thick enough skin for it, especially given the fact that she did not receive criticism well. She didn't handle the criticism of her character and her portrayal very well. She said a lot of things in the past about how, I don't know, does anybody want me to come back? And that was like an interview from 2023, I believe. So, very interesting stuff. I am very curious to see how Disney handles this, because this is a couple of big blows, one after the other. So, share your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think about all this, and I will see you guys on the next one. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. We do have 2 channels, one for daily uploads, the other one for more of my live streams and hot takes. Links to both are down below, as well as the ability to join as a channel member for as little as $3 a month, and that'll greatly help us out. Much appreciated. We also have links to our Etsy accounts down below, as well as our website. We also have locals and Subscribestar. If you didn't want to support us on YouTube, you can support us through those. Thanks again for being here, and we will see you on the next one.